hello if you want to come and join me. Let's turn this volume down. That should do it. Well, I'm going to start anyway, whether any one of you is going to watch or not. So this is From the Depths. I've played many hours on it. I've got a number of videos on this. There's a few things that have changed since I played it more recently. Hello Abweb, hello Batman. I am going to create a ship just from scratch in a very short period of time, so that you can see how quick it is to actually build a ship in this over Minecraft, and why you should get a PC or a laptop and build these things. Yes, Batman is a moderator here too, and Jolly. They work well together. Okay, so let's go into designer mode. And let's get rid of this little thing. Which, if I go to there and scrap that. Okay, so we now have a blank canvas ready to go. So let's go into build mode and attach that, and let's start building. So what I'm going to build first is a deck, or at least the start of a deck. So let's, there it is. Right, okay, so if I go like that, and then let's turn on mirror mode, because we've got mirror mode in this. Okay, that'll do for a deck. It's only a basic ship for now. And build one side, build the other side. So we now have a deck. Let's get rid of that, and let's go like this. Let's finish up the deck. I am building a basic boat just to demonstrate the speed of the creation process within this game compared to Minecraft. So I'm doing the pointy bit because the pointy bit's easy. Okay, so what we got next? We're nearly done. There we go. That's the front done on that. And now this is the beauty of this game compared to Minecraft. Let's get us some blocks. So go for a light alloy. We'll do some heavier blocks in a minute for weighing the thing down. So let's rotate it and reattach. Okie dokie, and there we go, that's that part. Let's go for the beams, like that. Okay, so next we go down, we're going to have, that should do it. That should be long enough. And up we go. Fill that one in, and come off the other side. Stick it there, and fill that one in. There we go. Right, so that's the sides done on that. Now for the slow bit. Probably easier just doing this, isn't it? We'll come back to the pointy bit at the front in a minute. But would it be nice for the Poseidon? Yes, it probably would have done, wouldn't it? Right. And as you can see, there's a nice little marker. I didn't see this yesterday that tells you where the front of the boat actually is. So you know which is going to be the front. Certainly makes building a little easier when you're not sure which direction the whole boat's actually facing when you're building it. Okie dokie, and again, one more time. 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, you've probably noticed one of my mistakes on this was I've actually started building the ship from the top rather than from the bottom. From the bottom makes things a little easier in Minecraft, but that's not necessary in this game. Let's get us a wedge on the front so that we can build down from the front. Wedge, 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 wedge. The front and back. There we go. That's the one I'm after. Let's go for that one. Okay, there we go. So we've now got a front of a ship done. How long's that taken so far? The live stream's been up 6 minutes. Okie dokie. So let's grab a set of blocks and let's build across. And there we go. We've got another deck. We've already got 2 decks. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give this thing a back end. Now, it's a little bit long, but I'm going to go with it. So first things first, let's go for, I don't know, which one? Let's go for the 4s, just a 4 on each side to start with. 1. We probably want to do some deck actually first, so we can sort of line it up as we go. And we'll make that one a 4, and then the next one will be a 3. And then the next one will be a 2. So we'll go like that. Go for a 2. Another 2, and then we'll go for the 1 after that. And like so. So now, yeah, let's just fill it in like that. We know they're all 1s, that's fine. Right. That's a 3. No, it's not. That's a 3. That's a 2. Okay, and now we've got the general shape for the back end of the ship already. So we've got 4, and then we got 3, then we got a 2, and then we got another 2, wasn't it? And another 2, and a 1, and a 1. And then we can do a nice 4 to make it smooth, like that, and stick a block of 3 in the middle. There we go. There's the back. That's the back of the ship done already, or at least the top part of it. Which basically brings me to the next part, which is here, which is bringing it in. Now, as you probably built a few ships, you kind of know that you want to go down to about here, or maybe here, before you start sort of curving in. Depends how much you want to go. I'm going to go quite sharp. Okay, and then we'll just turn it around and do like that. So we've got to start of a curve on that section. And let's bring it down to the same height across both sides. Let's go down, 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 down. So, where are we at? So my main aim here is to build a hull, basically, of a ship. I'm not building the full ship, I'm just building a hull of a ship in this stream, so it should only take another 10-15 minutes probably. Now, in this game, the idea is that you build vehicles that can basically go through combat. It's not so much about whether they can float or not, it's more about the actual combat. So what I'm building here is actually completely against the original nature of this game. There's nothing saying you can't do it, but yeah, you'd want to, generally speaking, add additional skin. You'd want to add lots of different layers inside. You'd be wanting to build quite a lot of different features within the actual ship itself, rather than the actual design of the ship itself. You'd be doing more or less all the admin type of things that you don't get to do in Minecraft. Right, we're down to the last one, so if I can just, there we go, right, that's done. Okay, so I've completely filled in that second section now. So actually this boat can float. We are in a position to say that the boat should, just double check, yeah, should be able to float. So if I drop that in the water, it will float. However, as you can see, I've already started in this bit. I've made a slight mistake there because actually I need this bit to be heavier. Otherwise it won't really ride the water very well. So I'm going to provide heavy armor at this point. Heavy armor isn't really a necessity for just a build, but it's quite handy for actually keeping the thing in the water and stable. Okay, so and let's go for that, and then down again. Trying to remember what the button for it is. That one. Okay, so we've already got quite a curvature going on there. Let's build it in so that we can actually see how this thing reflects. So that one is a size 4, so let's go for a 4-sized triangle, like so. And that means we can now set us an inverted 4 behind it. And that looks, yeah, that looks right to me. So now we're looking at a corner piece, so we're actually after a, not a square triangle, a triangle triangle. Okay, there's 1 and 1 and 2 meters next, so we want that one. I know there's 2 of those, wasn't there? In fact, there's 3. Now we want the 3-meter one. Now we want the 4-meter one. There. And now we're at a point where we can decide what we're going to do on the side, whether we're going to go down a long way, which you tend to do more on the side of a boat. You tend to go down further. So what I'll do is I'll put the invert here so that the side links up quite nicely and go along. Do you know what I've done? I've built that in heavy armor and the rest of this in light alloy. Okie dokie. So we can convert quite quickly. It's going to take a bit of doing. So let's go to our triangle that we had earlier. Okay, and we should be able to, if I remember right. There we go, that's replaced. And let's do the singles, which there's one there and there. Then we've got a double. There we got there and there. and there. That's the 3. There's now a 3 there. That's the 4 there and there. And then we've got our inverted there. There we go. And we should be able to do this one too. So if I get that piece and then convert it to heavy. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? There we go. So, next. Who have we got left? 2 viewers. Who have I got watching? One of those, one of those, one of those. 3. A 4. And a 4. Okay, first curve section at the rear done. Yes, I thought you might be Jolly. Hello, Jolly. And let's go for 4 beams down the side. Oh, Christ, too far. There we go. That's that one, and that goes up to the end of there, so that's fine. Next, so we can now just copy, which is nice. And I can copy you there as well. There we go, like that. And we will be adjusting in a moment. 1, 2. One of those there. So as you can see, that's no longer the same. It's changed because we now need one of those instead. There we go. That means this bottom one's also changed. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit the mold. So this is where you then start changing your curve. So we've got that fixed there. It's really difficult to work in this angle. That's why building from the bottom up becomes a lot easier at this point. Okay, so suggestion. That goes 4 across, that goes 4. I need that to drop to 3 somehow. Or I know, I'll build from the side. One of those. Three, 2, 2. Invert one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. Next, so we want to get one of those and stick it on that. And that means we can stick that there. It's just coming on. And down the side just here again. Okay, next. It's easier sometimes to go from the side. 1, 2, grab one of those. 3, grab one of those. 4, grab one of those. 5, grab one of those. 6. Okay. I'm going to be able to, I'm going to have probably struggle at this point for this one, so I'm going to have to change the type of piece probably. So I will remove that one. We'll deal with that in a minute when we get to it. So let's have a look. That doesn't appear to be the right shape piece for the piece above. So I'll keep that one off as well. I think I know what I might need to do here. But I'll come to that in a minute. Stick that there, get one of them. Is that right? Yes it is. Grab one of them. Build that there, get one of them. This is actually one of the hardest parts of building a decent looking ship on this game. And hello number 3, whoever you are watching. Okay. So now we want to stick another one of them there. No, that's the one I want there. Grab that, get the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them now. And that's where I'm stopping on that one because I think I'm going to be going straight down from this point. So let me grab the slope and I'll demo now. 1, 2. Okay, let's go and have a look outside and see how that looks. It's got a slight ridge there. I think I'm just going to leave it with a ridge to be fair. And oh yeah, 3, 4, 4 for the height. What we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll do one more line and then we should be able to build another deck. Build something as many props as I can and see what happens. Yeah, it just goes at a certain rate. I'm going to just build a floating vehicle for now that actually looks okay and floats. Yeah. Right, so next layer. Okay, so I'm actually going to adjust this angle now. I'm going to bring it down to a 2 so that we don't get quite so much here, so that we have a bit of a side of the ship left rather than it all being rear. And that means I have to then stick another 2 here. There's 2 sides at least. There, and grab that, and there we go. So now I can go back on the inside, grab that block there, build that one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 7. Okay, so that's that. That means I'm now going to build a deck. So let's grab one of those. And we should have an almost full deck. I suspect the bit at the back won't quite be. There we go, that's why. It's because it's got 3 in size. Which is half expected, which is absolutely fine. And in fact, I'm going to probably... Do I need to fill that in? No, yeah, I can fill that in. Yes, I can fill that in. So let's go for the 3 beam. There we go, that's filled in. So we now actually have a new hull at the bottom, and I could just literally extend it to the front, and well, yeah, it looks quite good. It's not a massive boat, but it should definitely go. So let's finish up fairly quickly, because actually I've decided that that is almost where I want it to be. Let's leave the rear out of the water like that. Let's go for the height for the moment. Let's go for slopes. That way I can build it quicker. Almost there. Couple more blocks to go. Let's grab that. Let's just fill it in like that for now. There we go. Right, so let's grab that, go over there. And we should have a nice filled in, yes we do, ship. Which, as you can see, I've not done the thing on the front again. So if I select the block, come out of that, go into heavy armor, go for the wedge, no, the wedge. I can never see this thing, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go, done. Should we find out if it floats? Right, dropping it in the water. And would you look at that, it does float. Now, this game doesn't do a very good job of water stuff inside, because actually it says it's already flooded it. Technically it hasn't really actually flooded. But the best way to do this is to stick air pumps inside. So let's do that, and let's turn it so it actually looks like it's the right way up. There we go, one there. Suddenly the buoyancy's increased quite a bit. So we're going to stick another one on the level below. Right there. That's emptied that one out too, and there we go. That's our water line. So you say, well, how does this replace Minecraft? It doesn't look very colourful. It looks like a warship. Well, it does, but you can actually paint it. So let's get rid of that. And let's get into painting mode. Free paint. So let's go for this like so. That would be faster for me to just click it. Yep, don't need all those sheep, don't need coloured wool, don't need coloured concrete, just paint. Let's get it out of the water to make it a bit easier to actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Am I still in paint mode? Probably not. who knows? And that's that bit done. If I actually stick mirror mode on, it would help a lot, wouldn't it? Right, let's get that out of the water. Let's try and actually press the right button this time. Aim down the middle. Oh, I see what it's done. It's built another stupid thing. Where's my bloke? There he is. He's... Right. That's better. That should be down the middle. There we go. There's my build line. Have I got red paint most? Yeah, I've got most. Get it out of the water again. Red paint. Now, just so you know, when you select the red paint, you can basically build it with that colour, or you can paint it later with the free paint tool. I find it easy to paint later because, well, you can change it however you like. Okay, so that's the outside of that bit done, and that side mostly. It's a lovely reflection, isn't it? All the way up to the front. We've got this kind of black line and that. So let's go all the way back to the back. Now you probably noticed that there's this section, this sort of like mottled section. If I go on the inside, all we got to do is paint these. And now if I go out and see, with the exception to the odd one, which I need to revert that one. Go on. Okay, let's paint that. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that. There we go. It's a little bit more of a pain to paint in certain places, but it works. So we've now got a red section, a black section, and a silver section. Now the silver section at the top can obviously be painted as well. So we could go for a white, say for example. And there we go, like that. That's most of the back done now. I'll show you some more stuff in a minute. There we go. Let's spread that up a bit. Now we've got the front. Again, exactly the same thing. Just chuck a load of paint on it. So I'm not going to any particular design for this thing. I just know it's a pointy bit and a round bit. So at the end of the day, that's what most ships have. Pointy bits and round bits. Right, that's that. So I'm now going to do the bit at the top here, which You're probably wondering, what? So, you probably noticed it's a bit not square. Or what should I say? It's a bit square still here. You probably guessed what I'm going to do already. But basically, all I need to do is grab one of these blocks, turn it around, and I get a nice smooth effect like that. Doot, 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 doot. And as you can see, because they're already painted, I don't have to worry. And if I just aim for a piece in there, I don't know, about 2 meters, that'll do. I'll just do 2. There you go. And we have a nice front end. It's nice and smooth, it's nice and non-blocky, and we can do the same towards the rear too. Exactly the same, in fact. Just grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of those. One of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go, rear end done. There is one well, I don't know what to say. Floatable boatable. That'll do. Floatable boatable with a lovely reflection. Because it's metal. And that's what metal does. Metal reflects. Not quite as glossy normally, but it does. And as you saw, I chose to paint it on the actual waterline where it actually floats. Roughly. So you can see, just about see the top of the red. And yeah, that is, well, that's how you make a boat in From the Depths in 37 minutes. That floats, has smooth edges, and is probably about a third of the size of one of the cruise ships that most people tend to make in Minecraft. Minus the superstructure, of course, and any deck plans, etc. Right, I am going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm going to give you a nice big view of the boat from a bit further away. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Don't ask me what that block's doing. There we go.